All right, my friends, today we're going to do the pizza competition for attribute importance. The second objectives we're covering. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up that database. I'm just going to click on it there. And, oops, it looks like I have two of these open. Let me get rid of that one. Okie dokie. Okay, so we are going to run attribute importance analysis. And remember, the first thing that we're going to want to do is this the first time we've left descriptives, and we're going to go to the regression tab. And under the regression tab, we're going to click on the correlation matrix. So we'll do that. And we are working for Domino's, and we're going to use the dependent variable for Domino's is the NPS. So we're going to put that in first. If we do that, our life gets much easier. Then we're going to take all the attributes, which are the independent variables, and we're going to put those in. And remember that when we do attribute importance analysis, we're not doing stated importance where we ask people what's important on a scale from 1 to 10. Instead, we ask the overall how we're doing on the net promoter score, and then we ask the same satisfaction or performance questions on all the attributes. And then what we do is we correlate those independent variables, those attributes versus that dependent variable, in this case the net promoter score, and the correlation values are going to be statistically inferred importance variables, excuse me. So all right, so we've got this the already fills in. There's our giant table. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy that. We have copied that to the clipboard, and we're going to start a new Excel spreadsheet. We're going to go in here and we're going to paste everything in. And now what we're going to do is you can see that this table is very big and very confusing. There's lots of data there, and we only need a small part of it. In fact, what we're looking for is this front row right here of NPS versus all of those independent variables, taste and ingredients and variety of toppings. So let's go ahead and kind of get that data ready, make it look pretty. Wow, I did really fast work. So you can see that what I've done is from that giant table, I've put in here the attributes and I put in the importance scores. And just as they came out of the data, that's how I did it. And then we came over here, and you can see too, by the way, the attributes as always, I've truncated them so it's ingredients, it's not variety of toppings, it's just toppings. Trying to shorten it to make the graphs and tables look better. I've now taken it here, I've gone to two decimal places, you can see there, and I've sorted in descending order. So we see that it's taste. What's most important here is taste, ingredients, and value. So now this is ready to go and be graphed, and let me go show you what that might look like. Okay, so here are the two graphs. The first thing I want to mention to you too is that if you're feeling like was an easy one, it is, right? There's not that much to do. We've got one correlation analysis. We graph it. I'm going to show you a graph and a table, but that's it. And so it is an easy one. So if it felt that way, it was that way. So a couple things about this graph that I like. First off, it's in descending order, and you can see the values go from 0.76 to 0.08. I did go my scale. I went from 0 to 1 because the attributes almost go all the way up to 1, and they surely go close to 0. So I decided to go that whole range. I put some thought into that. You can see that we have data labels. I improved the font size on all of these to 24 font. And so, yeah, how could I make this better? I could probably, circle different things, and I could have some highlights going in on it. You can see I've got default colors, and so I probably should put some more thought into Domino's colors, for example. But there it is. There's your graph. That's the basic graph and what it should look like. Let me show you a table. So here's the same exact data in a table, and you can see I got a little fancy on this one where we talk about most important attributes right there, where it's really driven by taste, ingredients, and value, what you get for your money, right? You can look at a second tier importance there, crust and toppings that really go hand in hand with kind of the ingredients and taste, and then we see the third tier that these things are. Clearly not as important as taste, for example, right? And so we have courtesy of employees, we have other food items, we have price, and we have the total time to get a pizza. So while those things are still important, they're just a lot less important than those key drivers. And then last we have is statistically speaking, it's not important. So it does have a correlation value of 0.08, but it's not a significant relationship. And we're just saying that, it's not a key driver of the customer experience. And so that's the way to look at it. So now remember too that in your presentations, we're going to expect an executive summary, and we're going to expect, objectives and all those things that we're supposed to be seeing, the research methodology, limitations, all the stuff that normally goes with it. And then we're going to want to have clear what, so what, and now what, right? So let me give you the now what too, right? The now what here is that as we look at what we should improve and changes that we should make, we need to be clear on what is most important, right? And what we want to do is we want to focus on those things that are most important, and we're going to want to be great on those. No other way to say it, right? So taste is the most important. We should never take our eye off that ball, right? Now, compare that with location, right? So in many ways, location is kind of a fixed asset, if you will. And so there's not much we can do about location, but it's good because it's not a significant driver of the customer experience anyway. So key bottom line here's the now what is focus on those items that are more important to customers and focus your target, your improvement opportunities in that area. Okay, my friends, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you had fun with this one. And we've got one left. That's it. We're done with this section of customer experience research. We're done with Jasper. We're done with graphing the results. But I hope that you realize how much better you're getting at this, how much easier it is for you, and we'll move forward. I think these are good skill sets as you go into the business world. Have a great day.